A key central theme here would be that there's a little bit of soul in everything if we but just add to it. This way of grasping a sense for the world within Greek myth asserts that Aphrodite's presence is ever present. The word cosmos with a K includes this imaginative sequence in its extension. Not very many people know this. We certainly didn't know this until we unexpectedly, unintentionally came across it. But when cosmos with a K journeyed from Greek to Latin in its version universum, it severed faith with Roman fondness for general rule. All started to converge into one, hence universum, or the structure which aims to assimilate all. Cosmos with a C does not take on the same articulation. Its expression is more akin to properly proportioned order, correctness, making arrangements with what fits. Peculiarities reign over universals. If we live in a world where beauty is never absent but must be perceived in order to fit herself accordingly in our lives, then the proper way of fine-tuning our essences to the cosmos, with a K, would be through sensing beauty. Wherever beauty goes repressed, it is so, due to our failure as individuals, along with as a species, to censor. It is as if the cosmos, with a K, themselves suffer according to the exact proportion to which beauty goes repressed. The fabric of our societies leave an itch to scratch because beauty goes misperceived. A devoted, hope-filled romantic brings us stories of his committed action toward remaining true to the beckonings which the cosmos have placed on him, in him, through him. A demand considered foolish to the soul is what is witness the making and molding of talent in live time, what to some is considered a kind of revitalizing elixir. What do we have here? A poem. The busy sound of rushing traffic, a walk on the side of the streets throughout town, an arrival, a 5-point intersection. Surprisingly, all of a suddenly, total and complete stillness. All lights were red. It was time for the crosswalk signal to turn with the walking figure. Before he could appear, action. About 3/4 of the way to the end of the crosswalk, the figure appeared. What a feeling, to be in motion while everything else is suspended, caught in obeisance. Beauty nonetheless, perceived, not in the guise of a female figure, but in the order that was brought about, that had been thought out in hindsight. Beauty came when we realized we could safely walk in spite of not having been given any signals. The cosmos, with a K, don't present themselves as an all-encompassing totality. Instead, they show themselves as being interested in where something is, how well it's pieced together, decorated, how well it fits in its presentation. Perhaps the beauty comes from that very thought of demonstration. In each grain of earth, an entire cosmos, each grain of earth exactly as it is. Distinct for sure are these notions of beauty from the supposition of beauty contained within an universum where art pieces are meant to denote something more than themselves. For some reason, table sets come to mind. A fine piece is not nearly as lucrative as the entire set. is it? Is it really?